Right now at 6, just a week before thousands of people are going to fill out their ballot, the Madison clerk's office wants you to trust its election equipment.
For God's sake, this man cannot remain. Wow.
And President Biden wraps up his European trip in Poland, why he says Russia's Vladimir Putin needs to be removed. That's all coming up at 6. Now, it's been more than 500 days since the 2020 presidential election, and those results here in Wisconsin are still being challenged. This all started late in 2020 with a recount results in Dane and Milwaukee counties. Now, President Joe Biden actually gained votes in that process, but former President Trump's campaign also brought forth several lawsuits against the Wisconsin Elections Commission. All of those were either denied or dismissed, and it's still ongoing. Former state Supreme Court Justice Michael Gableman's GOP-led investigation is still going. He suggested that Wisconsin's results should be overturned, but local clerks are doing their part this weekend, testing the election equipment in public and hoping that you're going to come out and see it and show that it's a fair process.
I came here to ask a few questions.
For the past 2 years, Lawrence Winkler has attended the public testing of election equipment.
The last couple of times, the last times I were here, I was the only one.
Lawrence was one of the only observers present today, even though the clerk's office wants the public to come in and watch.
And so we encourage people to come to these tests so that they can see there's nothing to hide. We're showing you everything that happens before Election Day.
The clerk's office says it wants people to see that their ballots next month will be cast in both a safe and secure manner.
We keep everything as transparent and open as possible because we want people to have trust in the election system.
With the upcoming April 5th election, Lawrence hoped to ask questions and get a better understanding of how this testing process works.
This particular time, I wanted to find out the kind of tests they were running and how they were testing the machines.
And he encourages others to do the same.
I think it helps people understand at least part of the process by which we prepare the machines, or they prepare the machines for the election.
Samantha Benish wrote and edited that story. After each machine was tested today, staff at the clerk's office secured the ballot box and scanner with tamper evidence seals marked with unique serial numbers. Those won't open again until Election Day. And if you're hoping to vote before April 5th, early voting is underway in Wisconsin. All you need to do is bring your photo ID. You can check to see if you're registered and find out where you can vote by visiting myvote.wi.gov. Ahead of the spring elections, some clerks say that they still have a lot of questions when it comes to ballot drop boxes. Last month, voters could use those boxes, but now they can't. That quick change is challenging for local clerks who tell us that it's clearing the confusion is all about the communication. Their best guidance for you right now is to make sure that you return your ballots in the mail or to a staffed location. Meanwhile, Wisconsin's deadlines for this fall's elections are coming down to the wire, and this week's massive U.S. Supreme Court decision is a big reason why. When the court threw out the maps that our state Supreme Court picked, they threw a major wrench into deadlines that candidates now have to file for August and November elections. In less than a month, candidates can start circulating paperwork for signatures, but that means we need a map in place so candidates know what district they're going to be running for. And
at the moment, it just creates a layer of uncertainty. And so, this means that in the next couple of weeks, the litigants, the state Supreme Court, the elections board, they're going to have a very busy time. The U.S. Supreme Court has created some major headaches for them.
There are several different things the state Supreme Court could do from here. Naomi Coles will break those down tomorrow morning on For the Record right here on WISC TV. Okay, to weather now. Here's a live look at the Capitol tonight. Yeah, the snow let up a little bit, but it's still pretty cold outside. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is on the weather patio now, and he's got your certified most accurate forecast.
Brad, we're actually getting some sunshine out here, but it hasn't helped the temperatures very much at all. Let's start out by taking a look at visible cloud track. We had clouds for much of the day, but you can see that western edge of the clearing working its way across southern Wisconsin, just as we thought during the afternoon hours. All the snow now over Lake Michigan or on the other side of Lake Michigan. Some of that is lake effect snow. Low temperatures this morning were cold, but they weren't as cold as they could be because of the cloud cover. Farther to the north and west, where skies started to clear, they were in the teens, but we were mostly in the lower 20s. High temperatures so far at or below freezing through much of southern Wisconsin, and right now temperatures are already dropping into the upper 20s, especially from Madison to the north and east. By morning, with clear skies, we'll be down to around 15. Tomorrow's high about the same as today, around 32, even though we'll have bright sunshine. It'll be cold for Monday as well, but we'll see a warm-up as we head toward Wednesday and also see some showers, thunderstorms, and maybe even a little wintry mix thrown in for good measure. I'll have more in the forecast in a few minutes.
Yeah, it looked like late January instead of late March there, where Gary was behind him there. New tonight, the Dane County Sheriff's Office says a suspicious object found last night in Madison was not functional. This all started last night around 7 o'clock on McKee Road. Police stayed there for hours before the county's hazardous device unit took over the investigation. Officials say that the object was destroyed today, but they don't know where it came from. A missing veteran from DeForest has been found safe. A green alert for 36-year-old Stephen Thistle was canceled this morning. Police say that they got in contact with him and he's doing okay. President Biden is ending his week in Europe with what the White House called a major address. In today's speech, the president pledged to protect our NATO allies and delivered his strongest comments toward Vladimir Putin. Melissa Rainey reports.
He's a butcher.
Harsh words for Russian President Vladimir Putin as President Joe Biden looks to bring comfort to Ukrainians displaced by the war.
You're all brave, brave, brave.
Biden wrapping up his high-stakes trip to Poland, visiting refugees, and delivering a speech from the royal castle in Warsaw.
We will have a different future, a brighter future, rooted in democracy and principle, hope and light, of decency and dignity, of freedom and possibilities. For God's sake, this man cannot remain in power.
Earlier in the day, Biden met with his Polish counterpart, reasserting the U.S.'s commitment to NATO's Article 5, which pledges a collective defense if a member country is attacked.
America's ability to meet its role in other parts of the world rests upon a united Europe and a secure Europe.
Just 250 miles away in Lviv, Ukraine, Russia continues its assault. Missile strikes in the previously relatively untouched area, burning a fuel storage facility and significantly damaging infrastructure, according to the mayor. And in the capital city of Kyiv, volunteers with the Ukrainian Territorial Guards work to protect their home.
This is a really strong city with strong citizens.
President Biden praising the will of Ukraine.
Their brave resistance is part of a larger fight for an essential democratic principles.
And offering more support.
We stand with you, period.
I'm Melissa Rainey reporting.
The Kremlin is responding to Biden's comments tonight, saying that Putin's status should not be decided by Biden. A spokesperson went on to say that it should only be the choice of the people of Russia. A local grocer is pitching in to support Ukraine. Metcalf's Market at Hilldale Shopping Center is offering sunflowers to customers in exchange for donations to the World Central Kitchen. Now, the sunflower is Ukraine's national flower, and the store's director says it is a great way to help out those that are going through a tough time.
It's just nice to donate to a cause out there. I mean, people in Ukraine are looking for some help. And again, the World Central Kitchen is a great organization that helps people in need during, war or hardships or those kind of things as well. So anything we can do to help folks that are in need, that's what we try to do.
Metcalf's will be selling sunflowers again tomorrow from 11 until 1. They're also going to be selling paper sunflowers from now until the end of the month. And for the latest headlines out of Ukraine, please don't forget to download our Channel 3000 News app. Remember, it's free and available in the App Store. Next at 6, legendary drummer Taylor Hawkins of the Foo Fighters has died. The band announced Hawkins' death late last night. In a statement, the group says they're devastated. They also requested that his family's privacy be respected. The Foo Fighters had a performance scheduled for last night in Colombia before a show tomorrow in Brazil. Hawkins was 50 years old. Well, still ahead at 6, when your phone runs out of space, do you know what to do? Consumer Reports is going to be helping you out. Plus, no more mask mandates. The last state drops its order as the FDA considers the need for more boosters. The latest COVID headlines are coming after the break.
My discount goes a long way at Bob's Discount Furniture. My Luxe 4-piece sectional. All this style and comfort for my everyday low price of $19.99. Space tight? Go with the 2-piece for an untouchable $13.99. Shop what's in stock, in store, or at mybobs.com.
Dry eye symptoms keep driving you crazy? Inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Let's kick Ken's ache and burn into gear.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Those drops will probably pass right by me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra? No!
It can provide lasting relief. Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid eye drop specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Be proactive about managing your symptoms by talking to your doctor about twice daily Xiidra like I did.
I prefer you didn't.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Feast your eyes on one of my best-selling dining sets. Rustic style meets incredible value in my 7-piece Montana dining set. Available in dining height or counter height. Thanks to Bob's Discount, it's only $9.99 either way. Shop what's in stock, in-store, or at mybobs.com.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Well, people over the age of 50 could soon be getting a second COVID booster. The FDA is expected to authorize the extra shot next week. Earlier this month, both Moderna and Pfizer asked the FDA to authorize a 4th COVID shot for most adults. Now, experts are still divided on whether an additional dose is necessary for everyone. The moves comes with fears of another Omicron surge in the U.S. Right now, Wisconsin's COVID numbers are pretty stable with just 315 new cases each day over the past week. Fewer than 3% of tests are coming back positive, and now no counties are in that critically high level of COVID activity. Beginning this weekend, no state in the U.S. has an indoor mask mandate. After 2 years, Hawaii dropped its mandate at midnight. Masks will still be required in public schools, prisons, jails, and airports. Public transportation across the U.S. will continue to require a mask until at least April 18th. Next tonight at 6, when you buy a phone, you think it's got plenty of storage. But one day you're going to get that dreaded warning saying that you're about to run out. If that does happen, Consumer Reports has some advice.
Like a lot of parents, Marissa Malvetti loves taking pictures of her kids, but those pictures started filling up her phone.
I bought a phone with 256 gigs of storage because I was constantly running into this issue where I maxed out my phone storage and couldn't use the phone anymore.
Consumer Reports says there are some quick and easy steps to free up storage on your phone without sacrificing your data. It all starts with a little detective work.
The first thing you need to do is look into your phone and see what's actually taking up so much space.
To check an Android phone, go to Settings, Battery and Device Care, Storage. On an iPhone, it's Settings, General, iPhone Storage. If your phone is photo heavy, you can offload pictures and videos to cloud-based storage, such as iCloud or Google Photos, or move them to a computer or external hard drive. You can also optimize your photos. That means full-resolution pics are stored on the cloud while smaller versions remain on your phone. If music is what you're hoarding, think streaming instead. You don't really need to download and store a lot of music on your phone. That goes for podcasts, too. For some people, the issue is memory-heavy apps.
All of a sudden, I'm running out of space, and it's because I have these old apps that I don't even use anymore.
In that case, you can delete old apps or offload them, which gets rid of the apps but keeps the data related to them, so you can always download them again and pick up where you left off. And don't forget your text messages. All those shared photos, videos, and GIFs can take up space. iPhone users like Marissa can clear out big text attachments on the iPhone storage screen. Another tip, change your settings to save your text messages for a year or 30 days instead of forever. This is Marcy Whalen.
And of course, you can find more tips and tricks on Consumer Reports' website. Okay, instead of touchdowns and tackles, what about ladles and broth? Coming up at 6, we're going to take you to this year's version of the Super Bowl as it makes its long-awaited return to Madison. Plus, cool temps are still around, but when's our next chance for some showers? Gary's going to be right back after the break.
It's Steinhaffel's spring sale. Time to refresh your home and save big. Save 35% on all the latest styles and trends from all the top brands. Steinhaffel's has something for every style and every budget. Mattresses for a great night's sleep. Sofas for snuggling. A new dining room table for family game night. It's all on sale. And when you take advantage of Steinhaffel's special financing, you're going to save even more. Relax. It's Steinhaffel's.
First psoriasis, then psoriatic arthritis.
Even walking was tough.
I had to do something. I started Cosentix.
Cosentix can help you move, look, and feel better by treating the multiple symptoms of psoriatic arthritis. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentix. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections, some serious, and the lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to. Tell your doctor if your Crohn's disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions may occur.
Watch me.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentix.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-6947. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-6947.
Family-owned Brothers Maine knows choosing appliances for a remodel or new build can be exciting and overwhelming. Our experienced staff has experienced it all as we've guided thousands of area families through appliance selection. Brothers Maine has a larger inventory and low-price deals that consistently beat competitors, including Big Box. You heard me. Big Box can't beat our prices. From sales to install, Brothers Maine does it all. Feel great about your purchases and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
All right, if you're looking for something to do tonight, check out the Flight of Lights. The show turns on each night at 7:30 at the Dane County Regional Airport. The lights turn off at 11:30 and are going to stay up through April 17th. Now, organizers say this year's display is dedicated to first responders, Wisconsin's MVP athletes, animals, and nature. And the Rams might have won the Super Bowl last month, but everyone won today at today's Super Bowl. The event is held once a year by the Habitat for Humanity UW chapter. Attendees got a chance to pick out locally made bowls of soup, salad, bread, and desserts. Organizers say it's just good to be back in person after having to hold a drive-through event last year.
It's really great to see so many people here and people like Bucky. We've had just a lot of support from the Madison community, and so it's great to see everyone here after we've taken a break for the last year.
As you can see, the event featured some other special guests, including Bucky Badger, the Wisconsin Marching Band, retired News 3 Now anchor Rob Starbuck, and of course, our very own Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. And Gary joins us now. How was that today?
I dished it out before I dish out the forecast here. I had poblano bisque and chicken chili that I was serving between 12 and 1 this afternoon. It's a great cause. I've been doing that for about 20 years for Habitat for Humanity. Well, as you take a look at Doppler track, the snow's gone now. It's off to the east. Skies are actually clearing out. Lake effect snow is showing up on the other side of Lake Michigan, showing that winter is not quite over yet. In fact, low temperatures this morning were in the teens through much of the northern portion of the Midwest, lower to middle 20s through southern Wisconsin. That's with cloud cover. Tonight, we won't have the benefit of cloud cover, so those teens are more likely to be seen here. And you can see current temperatures are already starting to fall. We were at a high today of 31 in Madison. 28 is where we're at now. Those temperatures will continue to fall. Notice the really mild weather out to the south and west. Unfortunately, it just kind of teases us on the map here because the jet stream is in the same place it's been the last couple of days, keeping the coldest air across our part of the Midwest, keeping the mildest air to the south. The jet stream runs right in between and is heading in a southeasterly direction, so that doesn't let that mild air come in our direction. A little wider perspective, much of the country pretty quiet, kind of unusual for late March. Normally, start getting into severe weather season. You can still see winter storms this time of year. Snow downwind from the Great Lakes in New England, but much of the rest of the country is dry as we start to get close to the end of March. But right now, high pressure is located just north of the U.S.-Canadian border. That's cold Canadian high pressure. It just continues to funnel the cold air down across much of our part of the Midwest. You can see those temperatures already in the 20s, almost in the in the teens over upper Michigan. Of course, there's snow on the ground up there, but even without much snow cover or just a little dusting that we got last night, temperatures are already falling into the 20s. Now, you can see compared to 24 hours ago, those temperatures staying cold. Areas to the north and west actually cooled off a little bit earlier in the afternoon yesterday. That's why there's really no temperature change there, but just about everybody else reporting temperatures lower than they were at this time yesterday. On future track, you can see those few clouds coming in overnight, but not enough to keep our temperatures from dropping out. Lots of sunshine for tomorrow, clear skies tomorrow night, and then we'll see those temperatures stay cold for Monday before they start to warm up for the middle of next week. Look for a high temperature of 32 for tomorrow, even though we'll have mostly sunny skies and seasonably cold for this time of year. 38 on Monday. Tuesday, we could see a rain shower late in the day. That could mix with a little bit of sleet or freezing rain in the evening, and then change to some scattered showers and thunderstorms late Tuesday night into Wednesday. Notice those temperatures jumping up to 54 on Wednesday and then going right back down into the 30s on Thursday with some snow showers or flurries, and then chilly weather for the end of next week and into the start of the following week.
So you're saying it's going to be a while before we shake some of the chilliness?
I think so. Looking at that 10-day forecast, I don't see much hope there. Other than Wednesday.
All right. Thank you, Gary.
You're welcome.
Well, believe it or not, it is spring, and spring's first practices wrapped up for both Wisconsin football and volleyball. Lots of changes are ahead for both teams, and we're going to hear from them coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Women are living longer than ever before with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
What are you recommending for muscle pain?
Based on clinical data, I recommend Salonpas.
Agreed. My patients like these patches because they work up to 12 hours, even on moderate pain.
Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Sunday morning, we'll have highlights from the Elite Eight as Coach K looks to make it to the Final Four in his final season at Duke. And we're tracking another system to bring in some spring showers. We'll give you the details from 6:30 to 8 Sunday morning.
Folks, we got some breaking news tonight. This is a live look in Boston where there's a massive police presence. A parking garage in the city partially collapsed this afternoon. Officials are not able to confirm if anyone's hurt, but we're going to have an update later tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
The first week of spring football practice is in the books for Wisconsin football, but the Badgers didn't wrap things up without breaking out the pads. Now, for the first time this spring, the team suited up, which caps off a week filled with getting reacquainted while also adjusting to the offseason changes. Hey, I mean, that's what the spring is all about, new. And that's just the outlook that Wisconsin's OC is taking during this time.
Starting with a blank slate and laying the foundation for the 2022 Wisconsin Badgers. You look back and you say, what can we, okay, turnovers. How can we secure the ball more? And you can start looking at some technical stuff with each group. But I'm really excited to start this thing fresh and new from where we are and build on it and move forward.
Wisconsin volleyball also finishing up its first week of spring practice. Now, ever since winning their first national championship back in December, the team's made it very clear they want to do it again, despite losing several playmakers in Dana Rettke, Sydney Hilley, and Lauren Barnes. The team knows it's going to be different, but that's why they're taking advantage of these practices to find their rhythm ahead of the 2022 campaign.
Kind of finding our way of working. And I think that's going to slowly build as well the more we connect with each other and find those lines on the court.
Let's get to work every day, and that's I think the mindset that we try to have, no matter who is here or what year or what happened the previous year. Let's go win the day. Let's go and bring it.
The Badgers begin their slate of spring games this coming week. On Tuesday night, they're going to face UW Green Bay at Beaver Dam High School. That's one of their four spring contests. And Wisconsin softball made a statement in its series opener with Iowa. Game 2 was set for this afternoon. That got postponed because of cold temps in Iowa City. So the Badgers and Hawkeyes will play a doubleheader tomorrow. Game 1 is set to start at noon. But in much warmer conditions, the Brewers hosting the Mariners this afternoon, riding a 4-game skid after starting spring training on a pretty high note. Well, the first pitch in the bottom of the second, Andrew McCutchen sends it the opposite direction. His first dinger as a Brewer to tie this game up, but he's not done for the day. He ends up making it a 1-run ball game after another homer, but it's clearly home run central out in Arizona. Tie game, Colton Wong with one of his own to give the Crew the lead, but this one, it ends in a 7-7 tie.
All right, thanks so much, Jordan. Finally tonight, can you do this with a yo-yo? World champion yo-yoer Mark Hayward was at the Overture Center today, showing off his talent at this week's Kids in the Rotunda. Hayward is also a member of the world champion juggling team and a spin top champion. If you missed his performance today, you can go back and watch on the Overture Center's Facebook and YouTube pages. Wow. Gary, can you do that?
I am lucky if I could just take the string and just kind of wind it around.
Anytime as a kid I had one, I could never get it to come back up, so I kind of gave up on the yo-yo.
Or it ends up in a knot. That's the other
Exactly.
problem. Yeah, so in 2 ways. So I admire people with that kind of talent. Temperatures out there are cold. We've got just a few clouds coming in overhead. There's the live view from the WISC Skycam after the Edgewater Skycam. Temperatures are already in the 20s from Madison off to the north and east. Lower 30s over southwestern Wisconsin, but those temperatures will fall pretty quickly. Looking for a low of about 15 in Madison. The skies clear out overnight. Lots of sunshine tomorrow. High temperature 32. I don't think the Badgers are going to be able to play softball in Iowa. It's going to be just as cold there as it was today. Temperatures, they'll warm up. By Wednesday, we're in the mid-50s with some showers and thunderstorms. Then we turn colder again. So just that one brief mild day, and after that, temperatures back below normal.
All right, Gary, thanks so much. And thanks so much for watching us. We're going to see you later on tonight at 10.